Welcome back to another live and amplified Indie Fusion podcast. I'm your host, Tom Quiet, and we are back at it again with another amazing podcast. We are right in the middle of our pancreatic cancer fundraiser podcast marathon. We have our next guest joining us. We have Mark Taylor.
What's up,
man?
How are you? Thanks for having me back, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's 3 times in 1 year. I don't think actually, yeah, no, 3 times in 1 year. So
that's right, because we did CMA, right?
CMA, CRS. Right. Yep.
That's amazing.
Keeping it busy.
I love it, man. Well, that's great.
Yeah. Well, first off, I do want to congratulate you because you just recently got engaged.
I did. Thank you. She's sitting in the other room, actually.
Nice. I saw that pop. I saw that pop up, and I was like, "Nice, congratulations!"
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. She was dumb enough to say yes. I don't know why she did, but it's been incredible so far. So we're in the middle of wedding planning and all that stuff. So it's been cool.
Nice. That's really cool. So I guess the first question I have to ask is, how are you feeling about your Ravens this year?
Oh man, you know what? It's been back and forth. There are days when I throw the television out the window, and there are days when I sit here and go, "We're the best NFL team to ever have existed." Last week was incredible. The week before that, I was shouting some words at the television I would not really want on the internet. But it is up and down per usual, because that's the Ravens for you. We can't just, there has to be some sort of heart palpitations happening with everybody when it comes to watching the Ravens. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good year. Fingers crossed. We got a couple really big games coming up the next couple of weeks. So so it'll be good, man.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting here watching my Bears, and it's like we looked so good going into the bye week. Like it looked like everything was clicking, and then last weekend and this weekend, it was just like, who is this team?
I hear you, man.
So, well, I mean, I guess this week the defense was very injury plagued.
Yes.
So I will give them that one, but the offense did absolutely nothing. So
yeah, absolutely. It's that time of year. People start to get hurt. It happens. So who can stay healthy the longest?
Right. And so how's everything going with the music? I know you're staying busy. You released an EP back in June, which was an acoustic EP. So how's everything going with that?
Man, it's been awesome. I'll tell you, the weirdest thing though right now is like the uptick of the Christmas stuff. Is I didn't think people started this early, but the EP's been doing great, and it's been really cool. I think Brooks and Dunn is something like almost 350,000 streams just on Spotify. Like people have been loving on that one. But this Christmas stuff, man, I mean, it is like I'm watching the algorithm, not the graph, not the algorithm, start to do this for all the Christmas stuff. And it's hilarious because I'm like, I guess it is that time of year. People start hunkering down, and I have that version of the Eagles' Please Come Home for Christmas out. And the last couple of days, I'm just watching the thing do this. I'm like, oh, this could be fun. So you never know with that. But man, it's been great. We've been touring nonstop. We did a bunch of festivals. I was out with Zach Top. I got to go open a show for him, which was a lot of fun. And then we just announced festival next year with Miss Lainey Wilson, which is going to be fun.
Nice.
Nico Moon and Tyler Hubbard. And then the next night, actually, we just got put on a Gary Allen gig, which is going to be fun with him and Nico Moon as well. Again, 2 nights in a row with him, a little festival out in Minnesota. But man, it has been great. It's going to be a very busy 2025. I'll tell you that much. I think I said that last year about this time too, when we were talking about 24.
Well, I mean, 24 was a very busy year, and I can only imagine what 25 will look like. So
we'll see, man. But it's been really cool. We got to go to Alaska this year, which was incredible.
Nice.
And I'm going to do something like 75,000 miles of travel this year. So, it's a lot of moving. I'll tell you that much.
Nice. I dig it. I 100% dig it. I'm hoping to get back out traveling a little bit more. Like I did a lot of traveling this year, but next year I'm just like hoping to triple it.
Sure, absolutely.
I think I did about 15,000 miles this year just on my own. So
good for you. That's great, man.
But it was all driving. So like, I feel like driving and flying are two completely different animals.
Very different animals. Very different animals. That's awesome though, man.
So what are you kind of working on right now music wise? Or are you just going to kind of let your Christmas stuff do its thing?
Season? I mean, I'll be honest, man, we've been in the studio pretty much every week for the last 5 months, just cutting a million things and trying to see what fits. I hate to say it sounds weird, but it's like, we've just gone in and I mean, there's this brand new song that, and I don't know when any of it's coming out or if some of it's coming out, but we did the 7th version of this song the other day, and like, we're just changing things constantly, and it's been a minute, and I know that since the real new music is kind of hit, not the acoustic stuff. But I promise you, when it does, it's going to be like nothing you've ever seen from me before. It's a different echelon. It's cool. It's just totally different. But yeah, we're just kind of waiting to see what happens with these next round of demos, and we'll go from there, kind of see what lives and what dies. But I feel real confident about these. There's 5 or 6 right now that I'm like, these are all smashes, and I'm ready to kind of to hit the ground running. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
Nice. That's really cool. It's so you said this is like something like we've never heard from you before.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you like listening to new inspirations, or is this just like purely experimental type stuff?
I wouldn't go so far as all the experimental stuff, but it's
Yeah.
definitely more traditional than I have gone
Okay.
in the past. It's not, I love Thomas Rhett, but that's not what it is. This is
Yeah.
very much, and it's not quite Zach Top either. It's not so far that way. It's definitely down that, I'll be honest, I'm writing a lot with a lot of writers that had big hits with, George Strait, McGraw, like kind of that era of like that late 90s, early 2000s stuff. And
Yeah.
it's right out of that playbook. It's a lot of George Strait kind of stuff. It's a lot of like Lone Star is one of my big influences for this kind of batch of songs. And like,
Yeah.
it's all big Eagles influence too. So it's kind of kicking back to that era of music, which is my favorite, time of stuff in all of the music industry, not just country. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's different, you know what I mean? And it's not, I wouldn't say it's totally kind of off the beaten path, but it's definitely like a new take on what I've been really trying to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely kind of just from like me looking at like a lot of the country music
Yeah.
and like what's coming out now, it feels like it's very much in lock and step, but I'm hoping with like that Mark Taylor twist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's, I was playing it for a guy at a publishing company the other day, and he was like, man, he goes, this is in the next year. He's like, this is the stuff that's going to pop. Like this is, so I'm really excited for it. Cause it's that, it's me, it's my favorite songs that I've written over the last couple of years. And like, it's done with that kind of style and care that the 90s and early 2000s country really exceeded at. So I'm really excited to bring a lot of the kind of modern stuff to the songwriting of the late 90s, early 2000s.
Fair enough. Awesome. Awesome. And then are you for the rest of the year, obviously, we got the holidays coming up, but are you playing shows pretty consistently throughout the rest of the year, or are you kind of starting to wind down?
We're definitely winding down a little bit. There's some cool stuff happening the next couple weeks that we're about to announce. There's a couple surprises in there too, a couple guest appearances. But yeah, I mean, there's the minute I always joke with everybody on the team. I'm like, all right, now we can finally start winding down a little bit. All is good. And then all of a sudden there's a phone call. Hey, do you want to go out with Zach Top next weekend? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. That sounds great. So you know how it is. I mean, it's the minute I try to sleep in one morning, it's like my phone starts lighting up like a damn Christmas tree. So you never know what's gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, there's a couple really cool things coming up, and then I'm taking a vacation in December, which I'm excited about. I have not taken a true vacation in a very long time, so that's gonna be fun.
Fair. I was just about to ask, what's a vacation? I don't know what that is.
No music on this vacation. I'm actually going to Aruba. So my family and my fiance, we're taking a week and going down to Aruba for 7 wonderful days that are music free and phone free and just hopefully phone free. We'll see what happens on that end. But just trying to get away from the hustle and bustle of Nashville a little bit, because it wears you down, man. You know how it is. I mean, it's just insane, and being out on the road, and I mean, going to as many states and countries as we have this year, and doing all the stuff that comes with the life of a touring artist is nuts. So I'm looking forward to a couple days off.
So basically, you're practicing for your honeymoon.
That's exactly right. I'm going to tell her you said that's amazing. That's a great way to put it. Practicing for the honeymoon. I've been told no music on the honeymoon either, so that'll be a nice little rehearsal.
Fair enough. So, how many states do you think you've been to this year?
I have no idea. It's got to be north of 25 or 30 at least.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I won't bore you me pulling up a map and counting, but I mean, just off the top of my head, at least 25 or 30. It was crazy. I mean,
Nice.
we usually do an end of the year recap somewhere.
Yeah.
My drummer does it usually. He's great at it, but I have to go. I got to get with him and start to figure that out soon because it's been cool. But we got so lucky this year with so many of the opportunities and just getting to play Ireland and then Alaska. It's like
Mhm.
you get to go see all these unbelievable places. And I mean, Alaska is such a bucket list for so many people, and the fact that we got to get paid to go there, I'm like, this is
Right.
unbelievable. You kidding me? Like, it was. I mean, just the most incredible landscape, and then everywhere from Alaska to California to Ireland to, I mean, to Minnesota. We really hit the whole. I mean, we just ran laps around the country this year, so it was
Nice.
a really, really, really cool year.
Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. And so then obviously you've got new music in the works, and as that kind of comes to fruition, I'm sure you'll keep everybody updated.
Absolutely,
But
always been.
outside of music, how's your golf game going?
Oh, it's good. It's something. I don't know if it's good or bad. It's something though. I have not played. I was actually thinking about this yesterday because I knew you were going to ask me. I probably have not picked up a club in 3 weeks,
Nice.
which is kind of good because I go through these phases of like I will play every day, every single day, and then
Mhm.
the first time it dips below 70 degrees, I'm like, all right, we're gonna take a day off, and then we'll figure it out from there. But no, we've just been so busy. I haven't gotten out there and played in a little while.
Yeah.
Oh God, when was the last time I was out there? I played okay the last time I was out there. I think I was either 77 or 78 or something like that. But
Nice.
I have not been out in some time. But
Fair.
soon.
I played for the first time in 20 years.
Wow, good for
Yeah.
you. I know
I
you were flirting with the idea. I didn't. Did you
yeah,
pull the trigger?
yep. I was kind of forced into it.
Okay.
So the job, my day job, we were sponsoring a charity golf tournament.
Cool. Cool.
And so they were like, the team that we had signed up,
Yeah.
they pulled out and was like, hey, none of us can play. And so it's like it was up to my department to be
Oh
like, okay,
no.
we got to go fill this. And I was like, well, I haven't golfed in 20 years. So I went
That's
to the local not pawn shop, but like
yeah.
like a restore. They had
Sure. Yeah.
golf clubs for $1.
That's amazing.
And
That's
so I
amazing.
spent $7, bought a whole bunch of
I
stuff,
love
and
it.
I was sitting there afterwards, like after I got done playing, because I was like hurting so bad. And I started looking at
Sure.
them. I'm like, these are women's clubs. What
Oh
the?
my God. Oh my
Because
Lord.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, I have like no control over these clubs
Oh,
because they're
that's
so
so
dang
funny.
light. And
So funny.
then I started looking at them. I'm like, oh, these are like women's clubs. It's
Oh,
funny.
that's so funny. Oh,
Yeah.
that'll do it. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that much. That will do it.
Oh yeah. It was I won't tell you what I shot, but I think I
Sure.
stopped. I think I stopped playing after 9 holes. I was like,
That's
all right, I'm done. I'm
that's so funny.
because you had the course marshal walking up on us, like
Sure.
you guys got to speed it up. And I'm like, we're going as fast as we can, my guy. Like, you don't got to
Funny.
be, yeah. So
That's funny.
it's
Oh my
you.
God.
You at least have one person that you know you're better
There you
than
go.
at
I'm
golf.
glad you're getting out there and doing it though. That's fun.
Oh
That's
yeah,
cool.
sun poisoning, bad knees,
There you
everything.
go. There you go.
The whole
The
experience.
whole experience, man.
Yeah.
There you go.
So how's other than that, it's just been music and all that stuff
Man,
for
it's been good. Music, engagement, golf. I mean, it's been busy. I mean, we
nice.
just trying to think what else is going on, man.
Did
Just
you did you ever get into a fantasy football league? I know we
I
had talked
did.
about okay.
I'm actually, you'd be so proud of me. I will pull it up right now. I think I'm 6-2. Hold on one second.
Nice.
NFL fantasy. Yeah. So I am 6-2.
Nice.
And this is amazing because I really don't. I know football. I just don't set my damn lineup ever because
Fair.
I'm so busy. So it's like Thursday rolls around and I'm like, oh God, what happened? But man, 6-2. The guys have been playing good. It's been great. I will check in a minute. I don't even know if I won last week. I didn't even check it after that. So maybe I'm
Fair.
6-3. I might be 7-2. I don't know. But
Fair.
it's been good. I wish I got in yours though. I wish there was enough time to get everyone
Well,
in.
so what happened was I kept trying to push it. I had all these people saying, "Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested," and I kept sending them links. And then you'd messaged me the day that I like
Yeah.
canceled it, and I was like, we had like 4 people signed up, and I was just
All
like,
good. It's all good.
you know what? I'm done. I'm not going to sit here and,
All good. It's
at
a lot of
four.
work. It's a lot of work to commissioner to be the
Yeah.
commissioner of the league. I mean, it's just, it's a whole thing. And my
Yeah.
big thing is like I just don't, I watch a lot of football. I just
Mhm.
when I'm on the computer, I'm in work mode, and I honestly forget about it all the
Fair.
time. I'm the worst at it, so I
Fair.
try to limit it to one. I wasn't going to do any, and then my future father-in-law swindled me into doing one, and I figured if I
Yep.
was going to say yes to one, it was going to be that one.
Right.
But yeah,
Fair.
no, it's
Fair. Fair.
the boys are playing good though this year, so hopefully that continues.
Nice. Yeah. My dad's girlfriend's family
Yeah,
kind of hustled me into one.
nice.
And I originally asked because I thought it was going to be just like a regular league,
Yeah.
but no, they've got 20 teams. And so when you're drafting like your backup quarterback, you're actually drafting backup quarterbacks. And like, I'm right now, I'm just hoping I make the playoffs. Like,
That's
just,
amazing. That's
I,
amazing.
I'm sitting 5-4, and it's like, man, I'm like,
Okay.
Anthony Richardson just kind of screwed me over on that one. And I'm like,
Yes.
sick.
I'll tell you, but my boy Flacco's back though, so that's a
Oh,
win
yeah.
for the Ravens there.
Oh, I picked him up immediately
There you go.
because now it's him and Geno Smith are my
Yep.
quarterbacks. And it's
Wait
like
till you see him in January. We used to call him old January Joe in Baltimore.
fair. Yep.
January Joe.
I remember that. So you're going to go back to the Super Bowl this year and do the
See,
kicking combine or whatever?
we actually just talked about that today. I'm hoping so. I got a couple things to get through this year, but I'm hoping there's a New Orleans mark appearance at the Super Bowl.
Nice.
See what happens. Last year was so much fun. Oh my God.
Right.
It's and the NFL, I mean, the whole experience was unbelievable, but just getting to go out there and see it, it's such a surreal experience. You know what I mean? No one gets to do that. So it was so cool to, for them to put us in the seats they did. I mean, they took care of everything. So it was a really wonderful experience. And I'm a little bit of a sucker for blackjack, if I'm being honest. So going to Vegas was not the worst thing in the world either.
Fair.
And I may have been back several times already this year to go hang out with some friends. But yeah, I love the whole experience. And the NFL does such a great job. So yeah, it's
Nice.
a lot of fun.
That's always my concern. If I lived in a bigger city, I'd be going to Vegas like at least once a month.
Absolutely. I love it. I love Vegas. I think I might go later this year again for a couple nights. We'll see, but it's a lot of fun.
You're going to do it as a warm up before your trip to Aruba?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to try to find a show or something out there so I can call it work, but we'll see.
Right. That's funny. I love it. But I don't want to keep you here too much longer because I know you're a busy human being. How's if anybody wants to check your music out, all that fun stuff, where's the best place to find you?
Yeah, come on. It's you can find Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, iHeartRadio, wherever you'll find it. If you're on the social media of sorts, which if you're listening to this, I would assume so, it's Mark Taylor Country on everything, MARK, because that's the right way to spell it. C is wrong. But Mark Taylor Country everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff. If you don't know what any of those words mean, please consult your nearest millennial. They'd be happy to help you with that task. It's my famous line there. But yeah, man, just stream it. Keep streaming things everywhere. And I always appreciate chatting with you. And you having me on the podcast is so much fun. And also, you're doing a really great thing as well. So this is such a cool experience. I was honored to be a part of it last year. Honored to be a part of it this year. And I just love what you're doing over there. So thank you for fighting the good fight.
I appreciate it. It's a thing near and dear to my heart. So it's we'll just kind of keep it there. I'm sure I've shed enough tears about the entire experience. So
I hear you.
But yeah, once again, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will be back here in just a little bit.
Here we go. We'll see you guys.
Cool.